You realize I had an entire pack of peculiar neurotic doubts about what in blazes was going on in light of the fact that there was a ton of stuff I was unable to see right, and I shaped a lot of sentiments about the town and about individuals in it. We're similar to certainly that couldn't be Mel Gibson is a mind-boggling producer, and he's the main person that beat the American media machine. It's an extremely challenging battle. I've attempted it. And I lost. Dave Chappelle has never been one to stay quiet, and presently he's taking a swing at the Hollywood elites. He has a few sharp words for themselves, and an admonition for any other individual who intends to battle back. And it's an admonition that nobody ought to mess with now. Before we get into it, try to offer the video a go-ahead and buy into never pass up any new recordings. It's free and assists us with enormously bringing out new satisfied for your delight. With regards to media outlets, it takes individuals with serious spine drive and devotion, and Hollywood can be a flat-out monster. It can bite you up and let you out, and there's most certainly some influence elements assuming a major part. And presently Dave Chappelle is getting down on the treatment of dark VIPs. And it has everybody talking. Individuals are additionally really separated on these suppositions. They're flying left and right, with some thinking about how profound this issue really goes, and for how long it's been occurring, while others are gesturing in concurrence with Dave's exceptionally striking allegations. Whatever side you're on with this, a discussion's keeping everybody honest. Chappelle is directly up, getting down on the treachery and lack of respect for dark big names and what they face in the business. And what he's talking about is totally ludicrous. Capable and fruitful craftsmen are being dealt with like mannequins on a string. They're all being constrained by the fat cats, the Hollywood elites, and they need to follow a content, a picture, a story. And if they feel compelled to break free, well, they're rebuffed by being boycotted and missing out on open doors. Now somebody on Twitter shared one of his class and said the media elites battle that discourse should be led based on their conditions. They apply their guidelines, specifically those they loathe, face estrangement, those they like, get by with little harm. Screw wokeness. Dave Chappelle is right on target. And Dave's not spilling the tea about others. He's likewise focusing on his own battles. The strain that he has lived to adjust and restrain his humor needed to have been truly unforgiving with him. Yet you understand what he persevered, and he wouldn't change for satisfying the traditional press. It's really surprising to perceive how the business screwed with Dave. And with all the pressure and control, and the endeavors to control him, it could never have been simple for him. Yet Dave, he generally talks reality, and he approaches and presents to everything to the surface. Dave is the person who's scrutinizing the obscure dealings of the Hollywood elites and what's happening in secret, who's making oodles of cash, while different specialists are enduring, and Chappelle won't hesitate to come clean and shed light on all that is going down now. Dave Chappelle is one shrewd fellow, and he's constantly had his eye on the obscure stuff happening in the business. He's seen everything. He's hard by any means every one of the insane stories, and surprisingly observed a portion of these obscure arrangements play out directly before him. Dave, he's not succumbing to that stunt. He realizes that they're attempting to control or dishonor individuals with these strategies. And he says, not today, Hollywood. He's additionally moved some serious abilities to survive taking off. Could sound a bit extraordinary, yet it was his distinct advantage. Hollywood was attempting to extract the life from him. So he pulled a Houdini and just totally vanished. Obviously, when he pulled that stunt, many individuals attempted to pin it on some kind of misdiagnosis, saying he was insane and putting a mark on him, trusting society would rush him off. He felt that would work, yet Dave had a steadfast multitude of fans who had him covered and were ready for him and his cases, supporting him the whole ride. And Dave isn't the only one in this battle. Either consider Kanye West, Pat Williams, Will Smith, and a lot of other dark superstars who are currently approaching and standing up. It's sort of turning into a unified front against the Hollywood elites and their entirely sketchy ways. Cat Williams was spilling some genuinely hot tea about the Hollywood elites as per him. It's each of the one major showbiz carnival orcas, exchanged to disgrace and control dark big names, expressed hold up that time Will Smith purportedly slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. Definitely that was only a show, not a certified slapfest. These elites are making things happen in the background, attempting to make our number one stars look terrible while they pause for a minute or two and create a gain subtle right. And the fans they're listening, they're gesturing along, thoroughly concurring with Feline's case. One fan even tweeted, "Man, those elites figured out dark celebs like they're attempting to control a wild pony. Everything unquestionably revolves around partition and Vanquish keeping us battling at the base. It's like a self-evident yet quite straightforward strategy that works each time Kanye West is even spoken up as well." And he makes them premium comments. Superstars, be cautious, those elites need to control you like a remote. Yet not me, no sir, they could think they got control over Shannon Sharp, Charles Barkley, LeBron James, Jay-Z, and Beyonce yet. I won't allow them to contact me with a 10-foot shaft. It seems to be Feline and Kanye are both attempting to stir up the business, drop a portion of the reality of the situation that has been occurring, a tad of a Hollywood transformation. They're additionally getting down on the puppeteers, saying that we're not your puppets. And that is not even the finish of it. Kanye had a few additional significant sensations. He's discussing the business, doing some dim stuff like forfeiting individuals straight out of an insane film, right? Yet you know what, when he previously let the cat out of the bag, they called him insane, yet presently Charlemagne the God is bringing it up too. Perhaps people are beginning to ponder, is there a reality to this? And Kanye wasn't finished dropping the troop bombs. He began pursuing Apple Music. And the main 10 tunes, he said, ensured their advancing, dark sequential killing. Like, no doubt that is truly amazing to hear, right? The media bringing in cash off the penances of individuals of color. That was an unexpected development that I don't think anybody was expecting. And you understand what's much more troubled, they dropped Kanye for making some noise. They're attempting to quiet reality tellers. What's with these youthful dark rappers kicking the bucket? That is some significant reason to worry their record chiefs are living it up. While pushing a culture fixated on death medications and sex, they're playing with individuals' lives. Like it's some kind of wound game. Kanye has a point. And it's sort of difficult to disregard that brutal reality. Dark specialists and rappers are confronting rough passings left and right. And it's not only an occurrence, it's associated with the way of life being advanced through their music. These individuals sitting high up are no problem at all, except for they're the puppeteers. They're the ones calling the shots and empowering specialists to push that destructive culture on their own networks. They're controlling the account and benefiting off of youthful people of color battles. And it's a contorted cycle. It pushes viciousness, brings in cash and deals with these specialists like they're dispensable pawns, involving them in their revolting game, the Hollywood elites. And the record marks are the offenders driving youthful people of color into savagery and taking advantage of their aggravation for benefit. And presently we see specialists like Kanye and jokesters like Dave Chappelle approaching and requesting them to be considered responsible. And presently Dave even has another admonition, yet this time it's from Mel Gibson. Dave has been visiting light on the dull insider facts of Hollywood for a really long time, yet he's looking out subsequent to uncovering the dim underside of the business. Dave is yelling out to Mel, saying you must prepare yourself for reality. He knows firsthand the way in which strong the Hollywood elites can be. They can develop you like a Wes and tear you down straightforwardly. And when you uncover their skeleton in the closets, it's like behaving recklessly. So he's admonitioned Mel to be prepared to confront the results of his disclosures, in light of the fact that the business doesn't warmly embrace the individuals who are spilling their mysteries. So what do you think? Remark down underneath. And let us know as to whether you like this video. Click the buy-in button and hit the ringer symbol to be quick to see my next video. I post refreshes like this each week. where I reveal the privileged insights of your number one superstars.